Okay, so usually the first thing I do is I kind of tack down this so it won't be out of my way. And then to measure, I use my ruler and a pencil, and then I kind of determine what I want, what the width is going to be. With this one, it's like right at this mark here. So I marked it. And then I marked it ever so. And then I have a spot too where the center is. And then after I marked it, I put the ruler down on the markings. And I just took my pencil and I just drew a line, kind of darken it. If you can see right here, this is the center point, and that's where I start with my beading. And then I used to use tape on top here, on top of that line, but it wasn't coming out as even as I'd like, so I started to do, this is the only tape I had, but this is washi tape. You could probably use like regular tape and something that's a little bit more stickier than this. But I'll be taking this part off here, but this is where I put the washi tape, if you can see. And I put it right on the line, so I start on this coming up through. I usually go through the bottom because the knot will kind of hide in that little groove in there. And then I come up through and I go back again, and then I start right here. So I come right up, right at that line. And then I don't really count. I used to, but I just kind of thread my beads on, and then I kind of estimate how much I need, and then I look at it. So I just need one more blue one, and I add it on. And then you just come through, oops. And then right at that tape, you stick it in, and then you just point it this way. And then so when it pops out, it's usually, I just stick it through about right there. And then if it's like too close, I'll just go back through and then come out right there next to it. But anyway, for the edging, I usually leave the corners, and then I do everything else. I usually do this side, and then I'll go to the opposite side right here, because it kind of like will pull the fabric evenly. So then I leave all the corners, and then when I'm gonna do the corner, I start with one side, and then I go to the side, and then I just keep going like this until I get to the end. And then the back looks the same. I did the same thing. I marked it with a pencil. I didn't mark these ones yet, but I marked this one, and then I had to cut my tape, but you really can't see it through it anyway, but I put the tape on my markings on the back too, and I try to get it as even as possible. And then I'll show you this one. This is how the edging should kind of look. And this is a good edging. The other ones are not as nice. And then for this part, I just sewed it. I just did one side. So if you see, it's just like, like this. All right, let's see. It's just on one side. And I just did like, not the whole back, because there's elastic right there. But this one's for my daughter, and this one's for my nephew, so that's how I do it. And I'm kind of copying that design, but changing it up a little bit. So hope that helps. All right. Hey.